Alright, I'm here today to give you my top 10 most overpowered characters from any series that I have currently watched or I am currently reading. Now, these characters are not going to be ranked by their power levels. They're going to be ranked by how powerful they are within their own respective universes. So the strength of each character is not going to go up and up as I keep on going down the list. It is going to be based on how strong they are against other characters within their own series. Now, starting off at number 10 is Tamaki Kawazo from Bamboo Blade. From an extremely young age, her father taught her the art of kendo, and she soon came to see it as more of a chore than something that should be practiced and have fun with. When she enters high school, she was forced to enter into the kendo club, and thanks to her previous experience, she is able to take out even higher level classmen pretty much with ease, as long as they meet the requirements so that she can actually use her full power against them. She is so powerful that she can win fights even with severe limitations on herself, such as wearing kendo robes that are way bigger than her actual size and actually having a sprained ankle. Number 9 is Claire Stadfield, aka the Rail Tracer from Baccano. As a young boy, he ran away from home to join a circus, where he would learn all the talents that he would be using later on in life as an assassin. Thanks to all of his experience from before, he is able to pull off some of the most craziest stunts he's ever seen on a moving train. And he's sadistically insane. He actually goes to the point of tossing people over the sides of the trains and grinding their bodies along the tracks as the train is moving at high speeds. He also believes himself to be the god of the world, and that if he died, then the world itself would cease to exist. Number 8 is Kira Yamato from Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny. At the beginning of the series, he is forced to pilot the new Strike Gundam in order to protect the Archangel ship from the Zav forces who would try to destroy it and kill his friends who are aboard. As a coordinator who is an enhanced human, he must fight against other coordinators in the Zav forces and even go up against his best friend Athrunzala, who he knew growing up. Later on, it is revealed that he was not born naturally and was artificially created as the ultimate coordinator. He is a pacifist by nature, and he is so powerful that on the battlefield, when he fights enemy mobile suits, he is actually able to pinpoint non-lethal locations and attack only those places in order to defeat his opponent. It's to a point where he's only purposely killed one person on the battlefield. Number 7 is Yusei Fudo from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I watched all of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds dubbed up to episode 140 until it was stopped for unknown reasons. But from what I saw, I believe that out of all 3 of the main duelists from the Yu-Gi-Ohs that I've watched, Yusei Fudo is by far the strongest. Thanks to the new synchro cards that were introduced in the 5Ds generation, his summoning power is well beyond anything that Yugi or Jaden could ever pull off, and his win record is astonishing to the point where I don't think he's lost a single duel. And if you want to see a true miracle pulled off, then you should watch his triple duel with Akiza and Jack versus Team Unicorn. That's one of the most ridiculous duels I've ever seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! history. Number 6 is Archer from Fate Stay Nights and Fate Zero. Archer is the reincarnation of the legendary hero Gilgamesh, who is the very first hero born of all time. In the Fate series, servants are legendary heroes and spirits who have been resurrected by their masters in current time in order to fight in the Holy Grail Wars. The winning team of the Holy Grail War is then granted any wish that they desire. But again, the strongest servant summoned in this entire war is the hero Gilgamesh, summoned inside the Archer class. He is able to open the Gate of Babylon, which gives him access to limitless amounts of wealth and weapons that he has stored within it, and the strongest one of them all being Aya, or otherwise known as the Anuma Elish. Now, Archer himself has no real desire to win the Holy Grail, but the only reason he wishes to have it is because he believes that all treasures belong to him, and that rightfully means that it's his own possession already. Number 5 is Gatekeeper Wolfram from the series Wolfsman. Now, this is a relatively new series as it just came out, at least in America, within the last year or so. The basic plot of the series is that there's this kind of civil war going on between these few nations, and that in order to prevent any kind of terroristic acts against one nation, the nation created a border in this mountain pass so that people can only pass through that area instead of taking a long, extremely dangerous route around the mountain. Now, the gatekeeper there, Wolfram, is the one who monitors and makes sure that the people who go through have the right permits and material in order to make it to the other side of the gate. Anyone who is caught to be an enemy spy or traitor to their nation is immediately executed, and their bodies are left there to rot outside the gate for all to see. The problem is that the gatekeeper Wolfram is by far one of the most sadistic and cruel characters I've ever seen drawn up. If he has even the smallest suspicion that someone is a spy, he'll put them through rigorous trials and create mental mind traps for anyone who tries to pass through the gate. He'll resort to any measures necessary in order to accomplish his mission. And so far, not a single enemy has been able to make it past the gates of Wolfsmund. Number 4 is the Queen of Yandere's herself, Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. Now, Future Diary is by far one of the craziest series you could ever see in any of anime, manga, or media in general, and the basic plot of this is that the god of space and time, Deus Ex Machina, is dying, and he wants to pass on his powers to one of 13 people that he put inside of the Future Diary game, where he gives 13 normal people, I believe, the Future Diaries, which are able to see into the future based on the type of diaries that they have, which are based on their personalities and their quirks and their traits that they have. The objective of the game is for them to use their Future Diaries and any other resources that they have under their disposal to kill all other members of the game, and they'll be able to take over the throne of God of space and time. Yuno Gasai, who is named second, possesses the Diary of Future Love, which allows her to see every action that the main character, Yukiteru Amino, is going to do in 10-minute intervals. She is obsessive to no end over Yuki, and thanks to her diary, she knows what his every move is going to be. Her only objective is to protect him and make sure that he's able to survive until the very end of the game. With no regard for life other than that of Yuki, she will go on massive killing sprees just to be able to get to the one target that they are after, whether it be a 5-year-old child or terrorist bombers. She is resourceful to no end, psychologically messed up, and can pull out feats beyond that of normal humans. Number 3 is King Miriam from Hunter x Hunter. King Miriam is the king of the Chimera Ants, which are a breed of magical beasts that showed up in the island nation of NGL and Eastcore 2. He has intelligence well beyond that of all humans and is able to master any sort of game within seconds of seeing it. He is so powerful to the point where he never needs to develop his Nen into one of the 6 classes. He possesses Nen synthesis, where he can eat any normal person who has Nen and be able to absorb their aura. The Chimera Ant Queen ate hundreds of pounds of human meat for months on end in order to feed the king and give birth to him later on. Once he is born, he quickly goes to the nation of Eastcore 2 and takes over the royal palace and prepares for the selection process in order to determine who will become the strongest soldiers for him to take over the world with. It is there he stayed with his royal guards until the invasion of the palace. It is then that he fought Isaac Nethero, who was once known as the world's greatest Nen master, and he was able to quickly decipher and dismantle all of his fighting techniques, including the Hyakushiki Cannon and Hyakushiki Zero. After his near death in the fight against Nethero because of the Rose miniature bomb, he was reborn thanks to his 2 royal guards who were with him, and was given new abilities thanks to eating parts of their being, including the ability to use a special type of particle N and dramatically increase Nen capacity, plus the ability to morph his body into any shape that he desires. Number 2, Priscilla from Claymore. Priscilla was from a part of the previous generation with Teresa of the Faint Smile and Elena of the Quick Blade. She was sent in as a replacement for Teresa and quickly rose to the rank of number 2, Teresa being known as the number 1 Claymore of their time. In a bout against Teresa of the Faint Smile, she accidentally awakened herself fully and became a monster that was able to behead and kill Teresa in one single attack. Her loss of memory after the incident that happened years ago has caused her to wander the land until she came under the wing of Isley, one of the abyss beings. Our main character Claire has been hunting down Priscilla and been able to track her down and fight her on multiple occasions. However, the immense power gap between them has never faltered, no matter how much that she is trained to defeat her. She is known to be the ultimate creation of the Doctor of the Claymore organization, and she has now entered into godlike tiers of strength with her regeneration capacity, and thanks to her rage has unlimited potential for future strength. She could single-handedly, without even transforming, take out abyss beings, which are known to be some of the strongest of all the awakened beings in the entire Claymore verse. And my number one overpowered character in all of anime and manga that I have seen is Kumagawa Misogi from Medaka Box. Before his first appearance at the end of season 2 of Medaka Box at Normal, we get to see how Kumagawa was influencing Medaka in the way that he was kind of like a tyrant that ruled over the school before that they went to. He did whatever it took to attack and hurt Medaka in the past, and thought to at least kill one other schoolgirl before Medaka was able to stop him. His abnormality is known as all fiction, where he can erase anything that he chooses to, from the pain that he receives from an attack to the actual color itself. So he, at one point, he actually erased the color blue so the sky changed colors. In his first reappearance since his defeat from Medaka, he managed to defeat several members of the 13 Party effortlessly, and is revealed to be a part of the Negative 13 Party. I have not read and finished through the Medaka Box manga, but as far as I can see, Kumagawa Misogi is the most hacked and overpowered character I have ever seen in anime and manga history.